Callaway, are you eating the lemongrass? Hey, Chili Monster, how are you doing? Look how much water is in that. For some reason, my wheelbarrow's not getting a lot of the rain, but my totes that I have waiting to be converted into where I'm going to plant my cannas are getting a ton of the rain. So I'm just taking advantage of that when I can take advantage of that. So, Cowbelly, Callaway, you checking out the comfrey and all the potatoes and all the goodness in the garden? Are you over here because you know Chili can't make it over to this side of the garden? Wag your tail if you know what I'm saying. He hears me. He hears me. He hears me. He knows what's up. Hey garden friends, today we're getting things ready in the greenhouse. We're going to start doing some seeds. I have 3 corns that I'm going to start planting today. The first, being from Ohio, you have to plant sweet corn. This is called Country Gentleman corn. Second, look at this beautiful packaging. This is a double red sweet corn. It's just not the corn that's red, it's also the husk, it's also the stalk, so I think that'll be really beautiful. And the last is this Ornamental Gem Corn. All 3 of them can be used for food and can be put in with like cornbread as well as popped. Can be used for cornbread, popped. I don't know how it's going to taste, corn on the cob, but all of them are going to eventually be tried all 3 different ways. I do have spaces throughout my garden to be able to plant them, so hopefully they won't cross-pollinate. So let's get everything set up. Because I want to keep all of them individually set up, I've got these tubs and I'm going to put my containers in there. The idea is to do 9 of each of these, and that way I can have a block of them to go in there. Now, I know one's going to go in the baby pool. One of them is going to go in the side yard, and I'm going to try to put the other one in the backs, like in the front of the side yard. Well, you know, we'll figure it out first, and then we'll kind of come up with a planting guide. I got my potting soil. I'm going to fill all this up. I'm going to create all the spots. So let's get this part taken care of. Now remember, I make my own potting soil or seed starting soil. I use a combination of potting soil, I add compost, I add some type of grit, whether it be sand or vermiculite, and I blend it and then I sift it. And we do all of that to make sure that the seeds have the best chance to have really nice porous roots so they can really get some good structure before they go into the garden. And that compost will give them that extra little boost of energy once the actual seed, once they sprout. What I was going to put the cannas. Can you plant those with corn? Corn is air pollinated, so what's important, you plant it in the block to make sure that those tassels get pollinated. Each one of those tassels goes back to a kernel of corn. One of the things that I want to say is, like, what if I put the corn and the cannas up there? They're both going to be big, and that way they'll kind of be tucked in, and that may be able to keep them from cross-pollinating. Now, I know that corn can pollinate 4 miles. Many miles, actually. And here in Ohio, we are surrounded by corn fields. But that corn that's being grown in a lot of our fields is not edible corn. It's used for a lot of, feed. It's used for a lot of corn products. It's used for biofuel. So I want to be able to plant my corn in a way that it can be air pollinated, but also not cross pollinated. So these are my thoughts as I play in the dirt. So I watering it down, and in that way, and I have a little water down at the bottom of it. That way I can make sure that when I put the seeds in and I water it, it's not pushing it out of the way also. Okay. All right. I'm going to do 2 kernels per pot. Not that I want to grow 18, but I don't know anything in terms of like the germination. And these were 2021. And put them onto the sides a little bit just to make sure when it's time for me to like nip one of these that they're not super tangled up. Okay. Since I don't have a red bucket, I will be use this orange, and this is what I'm going to be using, planting in the orange. I love this company. It's sealed and it just kind of pops off of there. And then they put a whole thing down there telling you the seed story. Some people do it right, man. Some people just do it right. Look like little gems. I'm very excited. This is how I would do seeds. Then that way I can... It's nice and sticky again. I like that. Alright, got this here. This is going to be for my country gentleman. And these seeds I've had since 2020. So I'm going to plant 2 in each of those also. I'm going to put these right here. Gentleman Jack. All right, I'm gonna get a little soil and top off all of these seeds. Okay friends, we started 3 corns today. I'm excited. We started Gentleman Jack, red corn, and a gem glass corn. They're all watered in, they're all labeled. They're gonna be in the greenhouse for maybe about a week, and I'm gonna bring it in outside. Our weather's been fluctuating. Not that it has had a last frost, but it's just been a little bit. So I just don't want to take any chances. Maybe nurse them along until they sprout and then get them outside and find places for them. So I appreciate so much you letting me share my garden journey. I want you all to take care and just keep blooming. Yay!